Oh, okay. These, yes. Well, let's turn to page 128. We always can find some opening songs there. And we'll start with our good old Hine Matov, how good it is for everyone to be together. Hine Matov Manai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Matov Manai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad.
Introduce them. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, we have some guests tonight, and I would like to invite Hannah to introduce her special guests tonight. We have a microphone here, too, so people can hear you. Hold on. Let's see. I'm sure Andrew will get it going. There you go. Talk right into that.
I have my parents, Rachel and Adam Paley, here with me tonight for my 29th birthday.
Oh, that's right. Did you want to say anything where you're from or anything?
We came up from Palo Alto.
Great, welcome.
This is not my first time here, so we've been able to join you before.
Did you want to see who?
Do we have anybody else who's visiting tonight? Yeah. Would you
Want to introduce yourselves and with the mic or without? I mean, we're streaming, so it'd be nice if people can know who you are.
I'm Susan Karen. This is my husband, Stephen, and we're up here visiting. We try and get up here about every 6 weeks. This is our second visit.
Wow, well,
Yeah.
welcome. Wow.
Hello, my name is Kaylin. I'm new here. I'm here with my mother-in-law and along with my boyfriend, Aaron. Thank you for having me.
Oh, welcome.
Great to have you. Thank you for being
Welcome.
here.
And of course, welcome. I was looking around for more new faces. Welcome to all of you. The young, the youngish, people who've been here a long time. We come together tonight to share our light with each other, to pray, to bathe in the Hanukkah lights. I brought a menorah tonight that's special for me. It's actually the only menorah I've ever heard of that's led to a miracle. And we'll be talking about that later tonight. We begin the service by inviting our Oneg hosts, if you would, to come up to light first the menorah and then the Shabbat candles.
Let's do the menorah first.
There we go. In the middle.
This is always the tense part.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't have to be tense. We're family. No pressure at all. What's important is we're together and your family is together.
Yes.
Candles are from 1964. I can't
Yeah.
From our generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Heinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim lavoteinu, bayamim hahem b'hazman hazeh. Amen.
Let's see if this is going to take, Haley.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're good.
I think we got it. All right, here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hanukkah song.
Sure, let's turn to 669.
669.
We'll do Ma'otsur. We'll do it in English. I think that's easier for everybody. Top of page 669. Six six nine. Everybody get that?
Yeah.
Oh,
669.
just waiting for everybody. Yeah. Rock
Of ages, let our song
praise your saving power. You amidst the raging foes were our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but your arm availed us and broke their sword when our own strength failed us, and your word unfettered. Wake the echoes of the songs where you made mattered. Your cheering that the time is nearing, which will see all people free, tyrants disappearing, which will see all people free, tyrants disappearing.
That war so long ago wasn't just a war against a tyranny. It was a war of two cultures. The Greeks believed that strength was everything, that if you were strong enough, your ships were big enough, you had the right to take over the world. And at that time, there was one tiny little people who had a different view. They believed that kindness and caring were important, that people was us. And that's the reason why kindness and caring are left in the world. We rise for the Baruch Hu on page 146.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai ha-mevorach. Baruch Adonai ha-mevorach, ha-mevorach le'olam va'ed. Ha-mevorach, ha-mevorach le'olam va'ed.
On the top of 149, praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars.
Thank you.
Creator of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans into infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. On page 150, everlasting joy you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are the life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Let's be seated.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavacha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivdecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'aderech uv'shokbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam la'ot al yadecha v'hayu latotafot beineinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha lema'an tizkaru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kidoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim Ani Adonai Elohechem.
157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Michamocha Ba'elim Adonai Michamocha Nedar Ba'kodesh Norah Tehilot Osef Eleh Norah Tehilot Sefele Malchutecha Rahuvanecha Bokei Ayam Lifnei Moshe u'Miriam Zeili Anu V'amru Adonai Himlo Le'olam Va'ed Michamocha Ha'elim Adonai Michamocha Nedar Ba'kodesh Norah Tehilot Osef Eleh Norah Tehilot Osef Eleh Norah Tehilot Osef Eleh
160. Grant, O God, that we may lie down in peace, and may we rise up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and our coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai haporei Sukkot Shalom, Aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen, 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 amen.
We rise for the Aleinu on page 164. For tefillah, sorry.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Ozeru Moshia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atarav lehoshia, Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishene Afar, Michamocha Ba'aguvurot, Umidom Melach, Melech Memit, Umechayeh, Umatmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Atala HaChayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, Ukdoshim B'chol Yom, Yehalalucha Selah, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Page 178. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon L'chol hashalom, ki atahu melech Adon, l'chol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasih leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim leolam. V'tov b'einecha livarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol eit uv'chol sha'a b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam.
We think now of those in our community, in our families, in the world who are in need of healing. Among them, Ilana Massey, Kevin Brackett, Kurt Whitlock, Kathy Rodo, Aaron Ledden, Rachel Sadek, Makala Cohen, Tracy Williams, Kim Stevens, Don Copland, Nancy Pollock, Pat Shapiro, Denise Robinson, Rachel Friedman, Paul Schwartz, Perville, Marty Spitz, Judy Feiner, Megan Cashbaum, Aliaza Chavez, Ralph Garber, Aaron Yitzchak, David Margulis, Brooks Painter, Harriet Lehman, Marvin Goldman, Sherry Levson, Robert Solomon, Mark Odenweller, Nancy Berman Brown, Rudy Zeidler, Avram Yisrael, Ben Shomo Levi, Michael Deller, Steve Sager, Tom West, Michelle Haas, Joyce Sheffrin, David Samuelson, Doug Gill, Craig Miller, Lynn Denon. Are there other names you'd like to mention? My grandfather. Thank you. Thank you. And many in the back. Thank you. 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 Any others? We say Misha Bayrach together.
Page 371. Or 511. Misha Bayrach Avotenu Mikor HaBracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishe Berach Imotenu Mikor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. I brought my menorah tonight because it tells a story about a miracle, and a story perhaps about how we can change the world. 30 years ago, my congregation in Roseville was a tiny little congregation. We met in a storefront. The religious school was terrible, and we'd spent a decade trying to raise money to build a building. I was on the board that year. My title was VP of Education, and I was stuck between the kids and the parents. We want more content, the parents said. We need to teach conversational Hebrew and Israeli history, and the kids need to spend more time in school. And the kids said, I hate it. Get me out of here. And then one day, I was sitting outside the kindergarten classroom, and a little girl came running out, holding her art project in her hands. Mommy, Mommy, she said, this is what our building is going to look like. And suddenly, I understood everything. We were asking those kids to make a sacrifice, to give up every Sunday morning and every Wednesday night to go to religious school. And they only had one question on their minds. Is Judaism really important to my parents? When are my mother and father going to make a sacrifice? When are they going to build me a synagogue? When are they going to build me a home? I went home that day and told my wife the story. And a month later, she gave me that menorah. The candles are synagogues that were destroyed during the Holocaust, she told me. We can't replace them, but you can build a new one. You need to be the next president of the congregation. I'd never thought of that. But I followed her advice. And 3 years later, on the night of Kol Nidre, we moved into a beautiful new building. And as we moved in, the religious school suddenly got better. The kids weren't fighting. They were enjoying school. And for at least a decade after that, when we do Stump the Rabbi or some game where they could ask any question, we'd say, ask the one question about Judaism that's most important to you. And their answer was always the same. Did my parents help build the building? Thank God I was able to tell them that everybody did, that everybody gave more than they could really afford. We had kids who weren't even alive when that building went up, and that was their question. How do communities change? How do we make change in the world? The answer is compassion. I spent years trying to build that building, and so did my closest friend. And we didn't do it for ourselves. We did it for the children. And we did it for that little girl holding her art project in her hands. And finally, when the building was completed, the board debated what to put on the cornerstone. There would be no names, we decided. No names of the board or the building committee or of the major donors. Instead, there would be the date and a little one-line inscription. L'dor v'dor, it said, a gift from one generation to another. That building never would have happened were it not for that little girl, for me sitting there, for my wife giving me this menorah. And the building was nice, but the change in the kids, in how much they felt like we'd given them a home, in how much they felt like Judaism was theirs, that was a miracle. And in the end, nothing changed, and everything changed. The kids were happier, the school got better, and we had a roof over our heads. But we were still the same congregation. We were still warm, we were still Hamish, and our values never changed. I look at that menorah today, and I think of the shooting in Bondi Beach, of all the anti-Semitic attacks in recent years. We can't do anything for those people who lost their lives in Bondi, but we can do something. We can repair one little part of the world. Somewhere in Napa, there are Jews crying out. There are Jews looking for a community, looking for comfort. And there may even be one little girl, like that girl 30 years ago, crying out to her mother asking for something to affirm her Jewish identity. We can't bring back the people in Bondi, but we can help the stranger right here in Napa. And in the end, we won't lose anything. We'll just become more of who we are. And one day, perhaps, some stranger will come in here, maybe that little girl, and they'll ask one of us, "You look sad. Can I do anything to help?" And at that moment, who we are, the kindness we represent, will become even stronger, and that will change the world. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will. You pick. Normally we talk about the song after the sermon. That's our secret.
Page 652. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה אז יבואו כבר כולם. אמרו את זה קודם לפניי, זה לא משנה. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה ננסה מההתחלה. יהיה לנו רע, אין דבר זה לא נורא. אמרו את זה קודם לפניי, זה לא משנה. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. את העולם. את העולם.
Thank you. Way back when, the first century or so, when the prayer book was developed, there were no books. And the scrolls were expensive. So services were essentially jazz concerts. They would make it up as they were going. And one of the wonderful things about being here is we can make it up. And we thank you. So we rise for Elenu, page 586.
586. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Seated. We think now of those we've lost. In this past year, Diane Gallagher, Elizabeth Foster, Diane Roto-Percolay, Lynn Posner, Sherry Bibas, Ariel Bibas, Gafar Bibas, Sharon Meyer Fuller, Wolfgang Schechter, Isaac Elgarot, Tashli Eden, Ohad Yahalomi, Shlomo Mansour, Oded Lifshitz, Fran Denon, Yvette Abaton, Barbara Gardner, Mark Reisman, Muriel Mickey Kopel, Joel Cohen, Elena Goldman, Susie Frischman, Judy Lynn, Claude Roa, Alan Jerome Simon, Donna Schechter, Carolyn Goldman, Robin Fink, Mark James Milberg, Joan Wilmert, Buddy Mellion, Marian Suzatsky, and those who died in this time in years past. Isidore G. Myers, Madger Denon, Adele Presses Kaplan, Ann Newman Lebov, Sophie Buverman, Mark Magano, Joseph Schein, Edward Goldberg, Dorothy Novak, Batya Lubiner. We rise for the Kaddish on page 598. Yit Kadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah B'yamad Yivra Kirtei v'yamlich Malchutei B'chayachon uvyomechon uv'chayei Dekol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala uvizman Kariv v'imru Omein Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mavorach Leolam Olmei Olmaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei Dukasha Berechu Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata Ta'amiran bi'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'imramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. You may be seated.
You're cueing me for something.
I'm cueing you for something. How about another Hanukkah song? Let's end on a Hanukkah song.
Another Hanukkah
Yeah.
song. Sure.
Yeah.
We got back to page 669. We got, or how about we'll do a
Yeah.
nice uplifting "Oh Hanukkah, Oh Hanukkah."
Oh. Yeah.
I don't think Irving Berlin wrote this song. Let's do a key we can all sing in. How about here? Hanukkah, Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Sivivon to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, a festival of joy, a holiday, a jolly day for every girl and boy. Spin the whirling dreidels all week long. Eat the sizzling latkes, sing a happy song. Now light them tonight then, flickering candles in a row. Tell a wondrous story of God's eternal glory. Dance by the candles' cheering glow. Retell the wondrous story of God's eternal glory, and dance by the candles' cheering glow. One of these times, I'll have to learn the Yiddish. If you look on page 670 in the middle, it actually is the O Hanukkah in Yiddish.
Wow.
And you'll see my name in the second line. Lustiker. That's me, Lustiker.
Glad they prepared it for you.
There you go. So next year, we'll
year.
do it in
Next
Yiddish.
year, yeah.
That would be a good goal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Who's doing announcements? Come on up.
Here, if you want, you could just
Yeah, you can.
go up to the podium. Well, that's what the binder is.
Yeah.
It's probably
Yes.
easiest. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, let me find them first. Hi, I'm Susie Myers, for those who don't know me, and I'd like to reiterate the welcome to our visitors and any people newly attending, and at the end of services, meet me at the bar, okay? Why is that funny? Thank you. Okay, here we go. Join Rabbi Art on Monday, December 2nd at 7 for the first session of sharing, I think it's sharing our stories, a chance to schmooze, to share our Jewish stories, to share sweet, inspiring stories by modern Jewish writers. This will be on Zoom only, and the link... Okay, thank you. There's no religious school this Sunday, December 21st. Rabbi Grand will be holding a Torah study on Saturday, that's mañana, December 20th at 10:30 a.m. Don't miss adult education with Rabbi Grand on Monday, the 22nd, and Wednesday, January 14th. What's going on with that, Art?
You just described it.
Oh, okay, that's what the thing I read at the first, okay. Register, well, you're keeping very busy. Register online, and, okay. Going on, save the date. The following events will be happening soon at CBS. Please consult the website for details. The first one is very important, and I'm already looking for my dress for this. A Night at the Cabaret fundraiser will take place on Saturday, February 28th. This is a major fundraiser and a major fun event. You're gonna have all sorts of musicians and all sorts of good things to eat, and seriously, it's a good excuse to go shopping for a good dress. Torah Yoga to benefit CBS will take place on Sunday, February 15th. Diane Bloomfield will be talking about Torah Yoga on Wednesday, February 18th. Michael Levram will be speaking on Wednesday, January 28th, and the details of all of this are on the website, so if you want more information, it's there. The most recent CBS newsletter with all of this information and more is available on the CBS website, and a flyer which can be taken for upcoming events, I believe is on the front table out there. Tonight's Onig is sponsored in honor of Hannah's 29th birthday. I remember being 29. No, I don't. No, I don't. Okay, and other happy birthdays to Rachel Friedman, Kadal Newton-Coach, Lee Trucker, Olive Lustig, Haley Hollander. I should have worn my glasses. Gosh, here. Hold on. Okay. All right. Forrest Downey, Everett Weir, Barbara Schwartz, Gage Goldman, Kate Enos, Dick Wallach, Rivka Livni, and happy anniversary to Bob and Barrett Moo. Shabbat Shalom.
So you thought you were doing announcements, but it's really tongue twisters for board members. There you go. You did fine. And it's all a newsletter, which is coming out. Let's rise for Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen.
L'chaim. Looks so beautiful.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Patei avon. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat.